I don't know what's worse. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Chiefs winning the Super Bowl, or anytime football comes up, I have to hear Coop go. But who are the Super Bowl champs now?
Jake, Heavy Metal Gunpla. You're on the Undergated network, baby.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're back again, just me and Austin, two-man show. We are bringing you guys the Undergated podcast, your favorite Gundam builders' favorite podcast. My name's CD, also known as Chloe's dad. I have here with me GXT Gunpla X Tesseract, also known as Austin, and we are 2/3 of the Undergated podcast.
What's good, you guys? We're back. The extremists are back. We were able to scramble our GPS location a little bit longer, so we're still hiding under. We know those drones are above us somewhere, but they can't find our caves.
Got those counter UAVs going right now. We're in our cave, hiding out.
We've unlocked the what we're doing. We're running. Was it a Silent Hand or was it Quiet Foot? The
perk.
The perk. Yeah,
Ghost.
We're running the perks.
We're on Ghost.
Yeah, we're running Ghost right now, so we should be all right.
Yes. Us two plus our favorite host of the most, Coop. He's out again, but we are going to hold our brother down. Us three come together every Wednesday for the last 121 Wednesdays to bring you the Undergated podcast where we talk about Gundam, Gunpla, anime, manga, books, sports, and everything in between. I love saying that because we just bring everything in between. But if you guys are new here and you didn't catch last week's episode, this is what you missed. I like it. The proportions, it's not as skinny as everyone thought. Like, I definitely thought it was way skinnier in the pictures. This looks like a little more filling. It definitely gives me Ava vibes for sure, even more with the feet and just like the portions hanging. Like we said, if we missed last week, me and Austin held the pod down. 2-man, pick and roll, duos. Trying to win the game. Last week we had a anime extremist episode. Talked about our favorite endings in Gundams, Gunpla. Not endings in Gunpla, but endings in anime mostly. So if you guys enjoyed that, let us know in the comments. If you want more anime content, more anime talks from us, let us know. We will be happily, obliged to bring you guys this type of content. So on to the next part. We cannot skip over this. This is really, really important. We always touch on this first, which is the greetings. Greetings, where we check on each other's mental health because mental health is mental wealth. Austin, my brother, how you doing?
Doing better, brother. You know what? I think I feel like I'm back to my old self now, or at least a prior winter self now. And what's crazy, it's snowing outside right now where I'm at, and I believe it was snowing last week for you. So yes. It's now snowing for us, but like it's turning into rain instantly, and schools are shut down. At least up a little bit further up north because they're like code red. It's wet. Can't have the kids go to school when it's wet. So which
bro, same.
So it's just over. So I'm like, all right, but you know what? I'm not mad about it, not sad about it. Had a good old time. Was able to sit down and talk to brother Coop, and it's always good to talk and to be able to vocalize and I call it what's it called? Intelligent. I forgot what it's called. There's an actual term for it. No, it's something offloading, mental offloading. I think mental. You just offload.
That.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it was good. Good having him talk to him and everything like that. So life's at least for me been pretty good. I've been happy, blessed so far. So I'm feeling good. Good. How about you, CD?
I'm glad, man. I'm doing pretty good too, man. Last weekend, Chloe had another game, ended another loss, but I tell you, she has been getting better and better and hooping, and she's leading her team in points. So, I'm doing my best to like be a coach, but also be a dad. Like, let's go, take that shit. But defense, be polite about it. So,
hey, ref, that was a bad call.
Yeah,
man, why you always calling her out?
we got an email from like the league, and they're like, moving forward, coaches have to sit down on the bench. I said, where have you ever in life seen a coach sit on the bench and coach.
My nephew's football game, they sent out an email that said parents are no longer allowed to yell on the stadium, right? And I went to my nephew's game, and my sister told me, "Yeah, they told us not to yell or cheer stuff like that." And I said, "Oh, well, wait, it says parents, right? Not uncles." She's like, "Yeah, dude, I went to beast mode. I was like, let's go! Hey, Nicholas, hit him, buddy, hit him, go run through him.
All you hear is Austin in the
Get
crowd.
it one time. Can I get it 2 times? Can I get it 1 time? Give me 10 times. I was like, dude, I was lighting it up. I was trying to get kicked out. And
Hell yeah.
Everybody was there. You're like, yeah, man, we need this intensity around. Where's this at?
Yeah, see? Yeah. I guess some of the parents on the older teams, they got a little rowdy with the refs and like messed it up. But yeah, me, hell no, I'm not sitting down. I'm pacing up and down the sideline. Defense. Yeah, I'm the loud person in the gym.
Plus, I highly doubt anybody would really come up to you with any sense of authority trying to tell the 6'5" African American stud.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, I may be 5'4", but I'm telling you here that. But I have a blue, black, and white jersey.
My dad was at the last game. My dad's taller than me. He's 6'7", and he was just like this menacing guy standing by the door. I'm with him, even though my dad's 75. He's trying to lean and fall, but he's just a presence back there. So that was my week, man. It was
still
good.
Further than anybody, so you're good.
His wingspan is like 6'10", 6'11". So you're like, he has pretty. I got a 6'8" wingspan. So like, I have long arms, long ass arms. Scratch my knees, standing up, long arms. But him,
put engines underneath him, you can fly.
Yeah, dead ass. Dead ass. But yeah, man, good week. Same with Austin, on and off snow. This week coming up is Model Mania, Saturday, Sunday, at the Museum of Flight. Be there or be square. So I will say to that.
That's right.
More later on that. But once again, This is the Undergated podcast, man. Welcome. We talk about Gundams, and we talk about what we picked up. So next up is building and breaking down the backlog. Austin, what you got?
Hey, brother. So I did hint that I did get something. I was questioning whether I should reveal or not, but I said, why not? I did pick up one kit. It is a master grade, of course, because Austin loves his master grades. Daddy needs his fix. So
he likes the big boys.
So my master grade is I picked up the Age 2 Magnum master grade. For those who don't know, the Age 2 Magnum is the Build Divers universe version of the Age 2. I picked it up. I actually been wanting this kit back in 2019 when I started building. I saw this kit at a store and I thought, oh, wow, that looks super cool. I knew nothing about Gundams. I just thought this looked awesome. And for those who are probably older fans of my Instagram page, I have an Age 2 that I purchased that I built, a Master Grade Age 2. That's one of the first builds I ever uploaded to Instagram. And I thought it was this. Like when you get this, when I purchased it, it was the regular H2, and I was like, well, I'll just do whatever I can with it. But I've always been wanting this. I wanted the high grade version, I wanted the mass grade version, I wanted the high grade silver version and the FX version. And they've come and gone, and I've pump faked on each one of them, just never committed to paying for it. But you know what? I saw it in Hobbytown. It's a good look. It took me a lot longer. I remember this going together a lot faster. But I guess like when you actually do sit down and clean up every nub and sand to even out every piece,
makes a difference.
It took me 3 days, like 3 days of hard work to do it, like the whole weekend. And I was watching the Bathurst 12-hour Bathurst GT3 race, which was an amazing race. Congratulations to Team WRC and BMW. Walked away with a 1-2 victory, commandingly. It was. Ooh, but yeah, no, that was my pickup. I have some more stuff coming.
You watched a 12-hour race?
Yeah, I watched it from beginning to end. Yep, 12-hour race. Yep, yeah. I love GT3 racing.
I know, but god damn, 12 hours.
Yeah, bro. Wait until the 24 hours of Le Mans. Like I watched the beginning,
okay,
and then I fall asleep. I wake up and I watch the last like 6 or 7 hours of it. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
They'll
we'll get
get
you
the
on one
which
day.
is the one with the card.
Hmm?
What age is that? From
So
Build
that's the
Divers. Is it one of
tri-age. That's the age one
okay.
tri-age, which I actually built that. That's only in high grade. I actually built
Mhm.
that and custom painted it, and it's in Hobby Town actually. If I get a chance, I'll probably upload some videos and pictures of it because I
You
never
got to
put it
hold
on
the
the
card too.
Instagram. Yeah, I got one of him holding the card, and I got his regular. I think I have him holding the gun at Hobby Town right now, but yeah, he does hold the card, and I painted mine a blue, white, gray color scheme, but it looks
Sure reminds me
that's
of
a
a
great
common
kit
writer.
too.
It is.
Yeah,
I've
doesn't it?
always wanted that shit.
Yeah,
I've passed on it a few times, but that's dope. I'm glad you spoiled us. You know, you're always the secretive one, but it's nice to see what you're working on. This is gonna be dope. Do you have a color scheme in mind for it already, or you just go
I
through?
was going to follow this, just change the purple into actual blue because it says that
Mhm.
it's supposed to be dark blue, but this is clearly purple. I don't
Yeah,
know if anybody else can
that's
see that. That's
Concord grape purple.
yeah, exactly right. It's Welch's. This is
Yes,
Welch's purple.
that's
like
Concord grape. Welch's
yeah,
purple.
that
Yes.
is Kool-Aid grape color purple. So I've been looking at other custom color schemes people done and other just like matching color schemes where people do like kind of a two-tone white, then like a two-tone different blues. And
Mhm.
I'm going back and forth, maybe doing the blue, white, and gray scheme again. But truth be told, I don't know, man. I feel like I should do something really out there and really different. So I have my sketchbook here with me. My mother sent me when I was in art school. She sent me back the color pencils that I purchased. So I have over 700 or actually over 1,000 color pencils. So color is not a problem now. I just need to go through each
Yeah.
one and pick out, and then
No issue with color.
yeah, no
Jesus.
issue
Are you
whatsoever.
scribing it
So
too? You get a little custom
yeah,
out of you?
yeah. There is going to be some scribe. There's clearly some spots that are that need it, need a little bit extra detail. And yeah, the forearms, the biceps, obviously, the quads, this cat. Yes, this is getting scribed. It's getting scribed, and I need to buy water slide decals. We're getting into it. This is going to be the building part of it. But yeah. What about you,
That's what's
CD?
cooking.
That's what's
Nothing.
cooking.
Honestly, I have nothing. But listening to you, I'm like, damn, I need to get back in the lab. I just haven't been motivated. I snapped at these kids, like I showed last week. Snapped at the Shillong. I thought I was gonna get ready to go on that, but just the weather has been so damn bad and cold. I've been like shivering, bundled up. So looks like the weather should be getting a little bit better in the next couple of weeks. So I'll start wrapping it back up. I'll probably start painting the GM first. This is what I showed you guys a couple weeks ago. It's probably the first one back. What was you going to say, Austin?
I was gonna say, I need to be like you, brother. Focus a little bit more on getting those high grades done. But the weather, you're right. The weather has been murdering me. This thing has been calling me to work on it, and I'm just like,
Yeah. Like I'm a guy when I'm ready to paint. As soon as I'm done snapping and cleaning, like I'm ready to go. So like for me just to sit and snap builds, I'm like, no, I don't want to just snap it, not paint it. So once the weather's back, but yeah, this will definitely be the first one. I need to go back and do some cleanup. I was looking for the water slides for this. Sold out everywhere online. I'm gonna have to order them from G-Reworks directly if I want them. So
if
it's like $8.99 shipping.
Does G-Reworks make one specifically for the Night Seeker?
Yeah, they do. They have one for it.
They do. I was gonna say I have some extra Origin decals, so if you need some, just let me know. I can send it to you. Yeah.
Send it right over, my brother. Send it right over. But I did pick up some books. I'll talk about those more and what's cooking because I did do some reading, but I did pick up two. This is called Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I guess it's won some awards, been super popular for the romance readers out there. It is Black History Month and Valentine's Day coming up this weekend, so I told myself I wanted to do some historical fiction, do some Black history readings, read some Octavia Butler, who's like a really big science fiction author, happens to be Black. And then I did also pick up Dark Matter, which is also a show. I heard it's really good. I haven't watched the show because I wanted to read the book first. So got the book. I'll probably finish this sometime this week. So my two book ups of the week. I have finished 6.5 books already this year. So
Wow.
I'm right on pace where I wanted to be. Yeah, 6.5 books. 4 last month, which I actually have right here. 1,700 pages last month. I've already finished one, which Yep, so I did finish some books, which I'll get into next in our next line of topics, which is what's cooking. Talk about our work in progress, kids, photos, shows, manga, books. You got anything cooking? You just showed us that beautiful age too.
I did, but I do have one more thing cooking. So we did that pick a letter thing that we did a while ago, where you pick a letter and whatever kit's in it, you build it. I picked the I forgot what letter it was, but it was the Congo, the Frame Arms Girl kit.
I think we all got C's. Yeah, it was C.
Yeah, we all got C's, and she snapped together.
Ah.
Right, she's all snapped together with everything that she needs. I'm gonna keep these legs. I was debating whether to go with her armored legs or not. She has a little hat thing. I'm gonna put that on later down the line. But yeah, she's all snapped up, good to go. This seems like a lot of pieces, but it's actually not that many. There's a good amount of moving ones. I'm probably gonna do
like pieces.
It looks like a lot of stuff and a lot of things, but it's actually it's not as complicated as it looks. I mean, like the red here is actually like 3 different pieces, but the reason why it's all separated like that because they're all come together to form like a boat, like actual boat she can sit in. So it's kind of like divided like that. But yeah, the combat legs, I decided to keep her regular legs because I think they look better. Yeah, no, she's all snapped up, good to go. Painting this, I have the Gaia Notes skin color that's exactly here, but I've been looking at a lot of the Frame Arms Girl extra books or the Kotobukiya extra books that they put out, which kind of teach you how to build these and how to paint them, particularly with professionals. So like they'll actually like go over liquid masking, where you need to put it, what layers of coats you need to put down, how to get rid of these rough edges or sanding, and how to make the skin look like it's continuous. So there's a few things I'm going to have to do to get this into the painting stage, but for the snap up stage, it's good to go. And it took me a little bit longer because the thing with these kits is that you need to, if you're planning on painting them, you need to widen every single joint, every single polycap stock. You have to because these are built to be match fit. So you have to widen everything out with a X-Acto knife or a Dremel. So because when you paint it, it's going to occupy that space. Either you cover them completely and you paint it, or you just drill it out. I was like, I'll just drill it out, but it looks good. I like the way she looks. She looks cute with her little one eye covering. Looks like the
sailor eye patch.
Sailor, right? Yeah, it reminds me of a Zero Lane. If anybody ever heard of that. So it's a Ship Girls, but this looks good.
I have a question.
Yeah.
That left arm has like a deck turret. Does she turn all the way into a ship, or does she, like some part of her sit out of it?
So some part of her sits out of it. She can turn it into like 3 different forms of a ship, like a mini ship that she can hold in her hand, kind of a medium ship that she holds onto both of them like a rail gun and rides around like it's a little, but it has no bottom. It's like kind of floats. And then there's a bigger one where she literally sits in it, like it engulfs her, right? But it's like a mini like a,
because it looks like that right arm folds over and like it has like a turret on the left.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, it's like the deck of a ship. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah. This one you would take this off, you would bring these forward, you would form like the bow, and you would sit this in the top of it. And essentially, that would be the ship.
That's pretty sick. That's pretty
sick.
I see the vision. I like that. Yeah, mine last week which I showed was the Shinlong, and I partnered it with the Resin Shout Out Burial GK for that. I think that's what his IG name is now. Burial GK or GK Burial. But that's it.
Side note, everybody seems to be changing their name from Gunpla over to just like group Plamo Studio, which is a good idea, right? You can diversify your saying, hey, I don't just build Gundams. So eventually you might have from a GXT to a PXT. Plamo and Tesseract.
Okay, I mean, we got enough names. I mean, what's one more at this point? GXT, Gunpla, Tesseract.
My name, don't take it. Don't take it. I already know someone's already. Yeah, someone's already. I called dibs.
No, I got it first.
I called dibs.
Dang. Well, that's dope. How long did it take you? Because I know I've built one girl kit, and that shit took me a bit.
But I decided to take my time. There's a lot of small parts from this, so everywhere you see different color, especially on like the legs and the thighs and whatnot, that is actually a piece. Everywhere you see different colors and stuff like that are pieces. So this one took me a while. It took me about 5 days. I was taking my time. I was not trying to rush it. I was really doing like one section at a time, really. And once it all came together, It all in all about 5 days of easy light work. If you hustle through it, I bet you could knock it out. You could snap it up at least in maybe a day and a half. Yeah, if you want to
That's
do
one
all
thing
the
about the
accessories.
Kodo kits too. If you look at the box, like damn, this shit looks super crazy, but that's a lot of extra work. That's a
Bro,
lot of extra work.
Bro, if you like were to look at the box, look at just even the instruction manual. I don't know how well that shows up on the screen,
Yep,
but
it's perfect right now.
like yeah, she looks like fully decked out. You're like, all right, cool. But then when you look into it and you're like, oh my gosh, these are all just the different forms that this one kit can be in. You're like, bro, like, okay, she
Yeah.
can be like that with the thing. She'd be like that with her little boat setup and how she sits in it. And then you can be like that with the mini boat and then just her holding knives. And then you could be like that where she's just like an assassin or something like that. And then that's the full kit when it's all built out. And you're like,
The color
God
scheme
damn.
reminds me more Mikai.
Yeah, the Marsami Kai. Yeah, I was. You know what? And you know, it's funny. We've been building a lot of white and I've been building at least a while white and red suits. My favorite color is blue, so I think that's why this came out of.
Bro, same. Yeah. My favorite color is blue. Everything I own is like has red or black in it. I'm like, where's this? I like where is black and red half the time. So it doesn't make sense.
It's same. Red shirt, sense. Black shirt.
I was gonna say, wait, not the red shirt. Show him your shirt, Austin. I kind of like that. Is that an RX-78 I see?
Gundam.
It's a Gundam. Yeah, the face of Gundam. Face of Gundam franchise.
The face of Gundam.
The face of Gundam. Literally the face. Speaking of Gundam, since we're on a Gundam podcast, tickets are out now. You can buy the tickets, pre-order your tickets for the G-Quacks movie. Dropping everywhere in the States on Thursday the 27th. You can buy your tickets now. Have you bought yours? Did you know they were out?
Yes. Yeah. Me and a couple of the guys at our hobby town have already decided to go. I think there's like 2 showings and I'm going to both of them. So
both doubling up. I'm sick, dog. So it shows on Thursday. That's Chloe's practice. First showing's at 5. I get off at 5. Next showing's at 7, which is still during practice. I'm like, okay, I can go the next day. I forget. It's her birthday weekend. I can't skip out on her birthday to go watch Gundam, sadly. So I have to go be.
You can give it to her as a present.
Yeah,
this is your present.
Hey, Chloe, for your birthday, let's go watch Gundam. She can be like, "You took me to see Saeed, and the last part of his cringy. That's all she remembers about the Saeed movie. I took her. She doesn't remember anything else, but the last part of them on the beach and like, why do they have no clothes on? So." Not taking to see.
Hell of a core memory.
Yeah. Skip all the cool action. That last part of the Gundam movie so cringy. That's her exact word. So not doing that to myself.
The core memory she holds on to is the cringy moment. That's great. That's great.
Cringy moment. So I'll probably catch it Sunday. But yeah, so anyone check your local theaters. This showing at the AMC by me. Get your tickets, man, because I feel like it's probably gonna be packed. I don't know about you guys, but I looked here and there was already, about halfway full. I think the tickets just came up today. So hopefully when you're listening to this, there's still tickets to see day of or the weekend. We'll have to review.
I don't know. We'll definitely do a review. We did a review with Gundam Seed. You and me will do a review for G-Quacks. Matter of fact, Coop might be coming with us to do that review because if you guys remember the last time he was on, once he saw Char was in it,
hey,
Coop's interest was piqued. It was like, all right, there we go.
Things have changed for our brother Coop. Well, what's cooking for me, man? Like I said, nothing in the Gundam department. Once the weather does pick up, I will be getting back to it. But right now, I have just been reading. I did finish a book. This is Kings of the Wild. Really, really, really good book. It's like a cross between Expendables, Wild Hogs, and Dungeons and Dragons. Sounds like a crazy mix, but it's hilarious. It's about a group of mercenaries. They're like the biggest badass group of mercenaries in the world 20 years ago. One of the guys comes to the leader of the members saying, hey, my daughter's lost. I need you to come help me find her. And they get the band back together. So they go on this ragtag adventure of getting all the group members back together, finding their weapons, and finding the guy's daughter. And it's a really dope story. It's all about the camaraderie, getting those guys back together and all those things in between. Finding the daughters, like the last 50 pages of the book. Everything else is just, them reminiscing and, getting the band back together. So it was a really dope book. I think it was like about 480 pages. So not super long, but long enough that you can really get some good character building. I did read another book called Blitzed. It was a romance novel, not that great. It's about a girl that owns a bar falling in love with a NFL cornerback. It was okay. Just a romance read. Nothing to write home about.
Something you read on a plane.
Dead ass. I finished it and I was like, well, I could have gone without it. But hey, I don't tend to not finish my books. Once I started, I read it. But that's one thing I will say. If I like the book, I have a copy. If it's something I can tell like I'm not gonna like it, I just return it or I just go rent it from the library because it doesn't belong in the personal collection behind me. But like I said, next up though, this week I will be reading Dark Matter and Book Lovers. Hopefully, all the reviews I've seen, they're all pretty good. So I do own the books. I want to have those in my collection. So look for some book talk content coming soon.
Dope.
Yes,
Awesome,
I
man.
plan to get you guys to read at some point.
Hey, man, I read these instruction manuals every day.
That's it.
And it's all in Japanese, so I got no idea what it's saying.
If you're reading Japanese instruction manuals, Austin, you can pick up a book. That is my goal, to at least recommend one book to everybody this year. So
Okay.
stay
There we
tuned,
go.
people. Stay tuned.
There
Well,
we go.
that's what's cooking. Let us know in the comments what you guys are working on, whether that's watching, reading. Are you reading any manga right now? Anything new?
The only thing, nah. The only thing I've been looking at really is diagrams and art of books. So I have like the art or the visual archive for Robotech, right? I've been going through that again, and I have the Thank You Grips, the official art book for Macross Frontier, and something we might be talking about today. And so I've been just going through Macross stuff because there's another kit that I'm working on, but I'm not going to bring it up here because we'll see what happens with it. But some inspiration is needed to remind myself what I'm doing. So
Okay, so you're doing a little bit of reading. Any shows? Any manga? I'm not manga. Any animes you're watching?
dude, I've been trying to catch up Apothecary Diaries because I like the dub cast, so I wait for the dub to come out. Episode 1 and 2 reminded me of like, okay, I remember why I like this show. It's been a minute. Yeah, from the get-go. It's been a minute. I finally started watching what is it? Blue Lock with the soccer
anime. Okay.
Yeah. And everyone's right. The first season looks great. I guess the second season is where it all fell apart, but then it became good again. So,
yeah.
But the first season for me right now, I'm only about 4 episodes in. It looks good. It's really good. And
I was reading it and then I put it down. I was reading it, but I stopped. But
I feel you. I could sense that, there was I was like, man, you really gotta. It has like the Demon Slayer effect. Like everything they're doing is so hyper personified, even though what we're seeing is like the animation of everything like in their heads of what they believe they're doing, right? But in real life, they're just just kicking stuff, right? So I would imagine in a manga, it's probably the artwork looks pretty good, but the dialogue that they speak to each other sometimes seems a bit lacking. Like the only two interesting people talk really ever, like the coach like the other main character. That's it. Everyone else, I'm like, eh.
Wait till you get further. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like I enjoyed it. I picked up and I ran through like 200 chapters. But then I put it down because like I'm like, all right, they've been in this one match for like 7, 18, 19, 20 chapters. And they're just like going back and forth. Who like, yeah, don't get me started. But dope.
Yep. Oh,
dope.
I have been reading some Yuri manga. That's right. So the girl who was interested, the guy she was interested in wasn't a guy at all, or the Green Yuri, as we call it.
Yep.
That's back to uploading now. And I read another one. What was it called? Which One Is Love? And it's about a girl who decides in her college years she's like, I'm gonna find a girlfriend. Right? She goes off to college and she ends up getting like a harem of 5 girls, and each one is attracted to a different sense. So smell, touch, taste, feel, or still touch, taste, and sound, right? So and another one is like sight. So they all have like something that they like about her that deals with a sense. And she's just trying to work
girl
her
in
way
a
through.
harem, huh? Okay.
Right. You sit there and you're just like, okay, haven't seen that a lot.
That's different for sure.
That's definitely different. Yep. And there's 3 best girls in there already, and it's crazy. I was like, man, there's a best girl that's pining for best girls. I'm like, don't know who to root.
Okay.
I don't know how to be sad who loses.
That sounds interesting. I'm gonna have to check it out. You know, we are connoisseurs of manga. We do not shame anyone's taste. We will read anything as long as it is good. So I will definitely check it out. I'm always a fan of Austin's recommendation, so I will have to check that out. So that's what's cooking, y'all. I'm not reading anything besides books right now, so we'll skip over that. Actually, there was one thing. What's cooking? Severance. Have you heard of that show?
Yeah.
On Apple TV.
I hear it's amazing. Peak.
Peak.
Absolute cinema.
Absolute. For anyone that doesn't know, severance is about severance is a procedure that you go through where your upper body, you're away from work life is in one part of your brain, and then your work brain is in another part, and they sever between the two. So when you're at work, you don't know who you are outside of work, and when you're outside of work, you don't know who you are or what you do at work. And it's a guy who's starting to figure out, there's something weird about his job, and he's trying to figure out what's going on, and he's trying to communicate with his above work body, and his above work body is trying to communicate with his below work body, and it's weird, but it's a really, really interesting story. Science fiction for sure if you're a big sci-fi person, and it kind of just being at work, I kind of just want to shut off sometimes too. So it's a interesting show. Season 2 is out right now. It's only 4 episodes into season 2, so you got about 9 from season 1, 4 from season 2. So it's not a super long show. 40-minute episodes. You can blaze through it. It's really good and worth it. That is what I'm watching right now. But yeah, that's what's cooking. Let us know.
Episodes.
Yeah, so far, it just came back out, so you got some time to catch up.
Gotcha.
Got time to catch up. But let us know in the comments what you guys are watching, reading, building, doing. Let us know, man. We love to see what you guys are working on and watching. If you guys leave us a recommendation, we definitely go check it out. So let us know what's going on. Up next, we got what's new from the unsung member of the podcast, Gunpla Nerd, the 4th member. We are always shouting them out because what they do goes unnoticed. So let me get their page pulled up here. And I've already seen some dope stuff. Let me find it where we left off at. We got some crazy news as soon as we stopped recording last week's episode, which we have to touch on. Oh man. So first up, we have an announcement. Co-production of the Gundam live action movie has begun. Live action Gundam movie is officially in production to be directed by Jim Mickle of the Netflix series Sweet Tooth. Did you watch Sweet Tooth by chance?
I did not. Was it good?
Yeah, it's not bad. I think it was based on a comic. It was produced by Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man, but it wasn't bad. I definitely enjoyed it. I think there's 3 seasons. Just finished up last year, but it's cute. Now, not too much action, so I'm interested to see how his take on the Gundam universe is going to be, but we will see. It's also being co-produced by Legendary Entertainment, so who knows what the timeline for this is as far as production can be. I mean, that could be anything. That could just be
that could be anything. And apparently, behind the scenes, this movie has been having trouble getting off the ground, switching directors, switching directions, and writing producers. So it's good to know that they're finally making it. But also, I'm a little bit nervous, just a little bit nervous. But you know what? And again, I tell people all the time, I was like, it's worth giving a shot, because even if it fails, we still have everything else that we like. So, and I love the first comment.
Ooh. Right.
Why can't they just animate Crossbone Gundam?
Facts. Everything else but that. So you think it's going to be UC? Are we going to get RX-78?
Yeah, it's going to be UC RX-78. It's the most fleshed out normal story. I think it'd be, if in terms of film, especially everybody wants to make a film franchise. Right. This is the one that has probably the most grip, and you could probably just do the 1 Year War Part 1, then 1 Year War Part 2, and then 1 Year War Part 3.
So you think it's the red comment right here? Mr. Shar?
That would be dope. Or maybe the Gundam falling into the atmosphere, with his shield, out, but we can't see it because he's just engulfed in plasma. That looks dope.
I I want to know casting. I don't know how far we are. Maybe 6-7 months away from that, but I want to see who is playing who. What the character's going to be like. What's the story?
Yeah, who's going to be playing Amuro? That's a very good. And Char, I can already see it's going to be the dude who played Cyclops, or the dude who the young guy who played the was it the Jackal? He was the sniper. Yeah, the main character
that
of Jackal.
show. Have you seen
Yeah.
it?
I've only seen
Jackal
snippets of it.
is
Great,
amazing. Oh my
amazing,
god, bro! You would love it too, bro. You would. This he gets so technical. There's a scene. I'm spoiling it for anybody that hasn't seen it. But there's a scene where he's like on a boat.
Yeah, I
Like,
saw that
damn
clip.
near-
I saw that.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
bro!
yeah,
And he
yeah,
like
yeah,
builds
yeah.
this arm to account for the sway of the boat.
It's the stable arm that they use in the NFL for, like, if you're running with the camera or sports, so you're running the camera. It's a stabilizing arm. It's a gyroscope stabilizer, and he just puts it and he links it to the screen of the TV, and then he has a lock-on sensor for the gun. I was like, that's sick and smart.
And bro, it's crazy because that whole scene, he's timing someone's breath underwater, and he's like counting to himself. He's been watching the guy swim, so he knows how long he's underwater for, and he goes, "Dink!" And the guy, as soon as he releases the shot, the guy comes up from. I'm like, oh my god! But yeah, that's the Gundam movie and Jackal. If you guys haven't watched it, it's I want to say it's on Peacock, but we are excited, man. More Gundams. As long as we get more Gundams, quality is up in the air until we see it, but more Gundams is always better than no Gundams. Next up, we have some more 30-minute fantasy. I'm not getting this. I don't know about you.
Looks all right. Shout out to Cobra Play. I think he finished building his recently, and he made it look fantastic. Good. So if you put in the work, you can make things look really good. It has potential, definitely
has potential.
Yeah,
just like Coop's hard points. Not a fan of him. This is another third-party, amazing-looking kit. This is the Mecha Arc Mech Warrior 1/100 Dominant Titan quarter 2 release. This is also just the Messer Commander type from.
Yep.
What's that movie?
Hey, Hathaway. You're like, hey, could I copy your homework? Yeah, sure. Just don't make it look, just change it up a little bit.
God damn! If this isn't 1-for-1, like.
The shield's the same, the gun's the same. It's just bigger shoulders, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely more hefty. I don't know if I like.
And they blurred out the actual Master Grade Sazabi next to it. Just
so it literally looks like they have like. I see the Sazabi legs for sure on there, but it's just it's the 1-for-1. This is like you said, copy my homework. They changed their name. That's it.
I will say what's nice is that Bandai never built a 1/100 Messer. They only built the 1/44.
Right.
And if we ever did get an actual Bandai 1/100 Messer, it would be this size, which is already, the Master Grade Sazabi is pretty darn big. Right. So it would be pretty cool that we're getting something this large.
Monstrous. I don't know how the posing's going to be. I'm sure it's probably won't be able to pose worth a dime, but
the high grade posing is very limited. So I can only imagine with this, what we're seeing is it's posing.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. I mean, just look at the forearm. There's barely. It's just like one socket wrench, like kind of in the elbow. So I know it's just.
I mean, look at the torso. There's almost like when you take on off the armor, it looks like you can twist 360, right? When you pull that armor on, I just see so many conflict points.
Yeah, but it's not going nowhere. They changed a little bit. Like, I don't necessarily like the design of the head of it, but if you don't have a Messer and you want to get a bigger one, like this is feasible for sure.
Yeah, this is definitely feasible. I think there's a resin kit for a 1/100 Messer that uses the Gyaradoga frame, but I mean, this doesn't look too bad. And if you don't want to deal with resin, you just want plastic, this could be an option.
Hey,
fair is fair. Yeah, Bandai is dragging their feet sometimes. Yeah. So Hathaway Designs. Yeah. So,
what about you, Austin? You think you're gonna get it?
No, not by any. Nah. Yeah, I was perfectly fine with my high grade.
Right, you built one. I was like, I have one up here too that I forget about. So I'll get to that eventually. Next up, we have Mosho Toys Illustration Class Tyrant Foxhound Team tactical sets. These are individuals. You can buy them as individuals, but they are a set. Let's see. I don't know if these are models.
How big are these?
That's a good question.
Did it say a scale?
No scales.
Do you
think these are model kits or are these figures?
Action figures? Let's see,
Yeah,
the price is 99. Oh, I don't know how to convert Chinese yuan. I'm not sure.
it's a cool though.
They look, yeah, they look pretty good. They don't look too bad.
The Wolverine claws. Okay, I mean, all
Different
right,
shoulders and different knee pads. Pretty dope.
okay. This could be something we all do. If these were model kits, we could get one each.
Mm-hmm.
Have a little group
Interesting.
build with these. Big sword.
Mm.
Third
The
party, man.
posing on it looks pretty good. Hmm?
Third party. We get a new third party every day. It seems like.
Yeah, every day. Yeah, third parties are just trying to be like, well, I mean, if you're not going to do it, Bandai.
At this point, I mean, like, it is getting to the point where it's just like before, like, okay, we get a new announcement like once every other month, but now it's literally like every time I check Gunpla Nerd, there's something else. Like,
There's something else there. It's right around the corner.
slow down. This is a Takara Tommy Toy Rise Bomb Bomb Dom DMB White Blows. Never heard of this. Never seen this before. This is a hard pass for me.
Yeah, for me, it looks fun, but not something I would usually go for.
Yeah, bro. What
It's
is
fun,
this?
but
Little kids. That's made for the kids.
Yep.
Here's the Pull 2 figure coming out February. Oh, it's out now. So if anyone's gotten it, nice little pistol it comes with. I was just at Hobbytown, so it, of course hasn't made it to the States yet, but I'm sure we won't be selling out of it.
I saw my Lunameria Hawk on the shelf there, and I was thinking, like, man, once I get her, then I have to get the PO2. And then once that comes out, I have to get the Lacus Klein. And then once that comes out, I have to get the Kira. And then once that, and I'm like, I might switch over to building figures.
I mean, man, at that point, there's also those two coming out from the G Quacks movie too. So you might
Yeah.
have the whole line. You have Choo Choo, don't you?
No, I don't. I have Soletta and Marina. Choo Choo, I actually don't have. I was gonna pick her up, but I wanted to get Lunameria first because she's my girl.
Gotta have the misses.
Gotta have the misses.
The misses. All right. Some new Gachapon. Little sad Freedom holding his knees. This is a little cool desk toy. I could see this on someone's desk.
Yep. Begin. Goof. The Jin, the Goof, the Zaku. Okay.
I could put this on my desk. 400 yen each, not too bad either. This is the Hemozon Boxer Baki third party kit. Looks like it has dreads. This is kind of sick.
That's pretty cool.
Predator.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah.
I like this. I don't know if they're gonna show it, but I did see a Batman one too. Maybe that's
really
coming later. Yeah, Arkham Knight one.
Wow.
This is a Jingzo Shi Caesar Works 1/100 Mandala. Another third party looking Gundam.
Another third party. What is this based off? It looks like it's based off the what is that? The Blitz Gundam mixed with the
color scheme reminds me of that Witch from Mercury with the monkey arms. I forget what Gundam that was. But
the
yeah,
yeah,
or
the
gun
horn.
and the color scheme. Yeah, but a lot of rockets. I'm not getting this. I'm good, man. Third party, I love you, but sometimes you guys just be a little OD.
Yeah. Sometimes you guys go a little bit out crazy, just a tad bit crazy. You know what? If I was 12, I'd be down for this.
Oh
but
yeah.
As I've grown, my tastes have refined, and I kind of appreciate the blocky forms of the older kids.
Where's the wine? I gotta. This is just
right.
This is some boxed wine.
This is like Twinkies.
Yeah, exactly. This is the G Gundam 30th anniversary God Gundam 2nd. Oh, God Gundam 2nd. Yes, a metal build of the God Gundam 2nd is confirmed, huh? This machine was developed for the finals of the 13th Gundam fight that is equipped with the new core lander Domon brought out. Each part of the wing can separate. So this is a new version of the God Gundam, huh?
Okay, so they re-engineered it for the wings, and I guess has a green tint to it now.
Yeah, so it looks like just the core lander is the only part that's different in the backpack. Gotcha. So maybe we'll be getting a
build for this. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, I know we're getting the meta build, so maybe we'll get a model kit of it too. Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh,
say
here's Arkham Knight.
oh, there's the Arkham Knight one. Oh yeah, yeah, that does look good though. Not gonna
This
lie,
looks pretty sick.
this looks pretty good. I am a fan of Arkham Knight. I do like his design.
Same. I definitely might cop this, and I definitely want to paint it too. Like some gloss
Mm.
black. Oh, look at the gun on it.
Look at the gun, yeah.
Oh,
Shoot, I wonder if there's an option to turn him into Red Hood.
right.
That would be sick.
Okay, like this is what I'm saying. Like third party be so hit and miss because the other one we just looked at, the boxer was cool, but the one before that passed. But this, I could get behind this.
Mm-hmm.
I could definitely.
Agreed.
Like, look at the posability on this too. Ooh,
Yeah, man. And with all those, like, it looks like a ton of separate pieces too. Because look at all the detail that's there, especially in the thighs and the quads. But geez, if it still can move and have posability like this, yeah, it's looking pretty good.
look at the knee bend right here too. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Third party. See what I'm saying. We were just talking about it. Like sometimes they be doing too much, but this is just enough of doing too much. Like this is perfect right here. I could look at the pictures all day. Okay. We have more to talk about, so I can't continue to scroll through Batman, but this is the Dag doll. I don't know if it's from the game.
Yeah, this is from UC Engage. Yeah, the Dag doll and just the ultimate I don't care about you weapon.
Literally. We don't have a. Do we have a model code of this? We don't have one, right?
We do not. This is a newer design, if I remember correctly, or at least first time it's ever been animated. We do not have a model kit of this, if I remember correctly. Okay, yeah, not in any way, shape, or form.
Coming soon. Here it is, right here.
Looks like something from Witch from Mercury mixed with IBO.
That's why I definitely thought it was IBO for sure. Just looking at like the forearms with the exposed piping in the forearms, Witch from Mercury vibes for sure. This is the base. Is it based on the Moon Gundam? Moon Gundam Mechanical Works. Wish I could read.
It's in the series. When you play in the UC Engage, it's in the Moon Gundam's timeline. So this apparently existed during the Moon Gundam. But I mean, this makes the Sazabi look a little. Oh yeah, definitely P Bandai. Yeah. Regular release. This, no, it's too cool, brother. It's too cool to be regular release.
Yeah, this is definitely not. This is not gen release here, but yeah, definitely shits on the Sazabi. It's like the advanced version.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of the trouble you run into when you try to keep adding on lore to older shows. Because of newer technology, you just keep on making suits that you're like, well, that Sazabi doesn't look like it can really hold a candle to this.
Yeah, no. It's like it zooms by it. Some 30-minute mission parts that we're not buying unless you're getting these for some girl kits, Austin.
No, I'm good. Keep it pushing, brother.
Loyal Knight type. I like this.
I like this too. This too. And I've seen a lot of people wanting to buy this so they can turn it into the Zenless Zone Zero Hiroshima, I think her name is. Hiroshima character.
So is this with the girl kit included, or is this just option set part? I don't know.
This is a girl kit included. This everything you see in that picture comes with it, including the blue flames. You get the effect cards. Yep.
I want that. I want that. Armored Core weapon set. Did you buy any Armored Core kit yet?
Didn't get a chance. They sold out in my hobby town, and I'm waiting for them to come to me. Yeah, I'm waiting for them to come to me.
I haven't seen them in person.
I've seen some of the detail through pictures. It looks really good. It's just smaller than what you expect.
Yeah, it looks tiny. Same. My hobby town sold out quick as hell. Like same day they got them.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that Kotobukiya 1/100 ones because oh my god, they look amazing, but they're gonna be pricey.
Yeah. I think we've seen this earlier. This is just another Rosen Priest box art. This is like the upgraded parts. This reminds me of like getting into like some Ronin Warriors action set. Shout out, like Austin said, shout out Cobra Paw. He really snapped on his. I like the weathering. He did like a little tutorial, some post shading he did too, which is pretty sick. This is Flame Toy Spider-Man.
Spider from the Penny Parker universe. This is from the video game Marvel Rivals, which has been popping off as of recent for multiple reasons. I'll just say the Gooners have their new target.
Yeah,
Overwatch is done. They're on to
cooked.
this now.
Have you played it yet? I haven't downloaded. I just haven't got on it yet. I see a lot of people
I
playing
haven't
it
even gotten a chance to play. Yeah, I want to though, especially with all the Fantastic Four stuff that's been dropping, and the trailer
Man.
dropped as well for Fantastic Four. So
Oh,
everybody's
we will
talking
have.
about it.
Oh yeah. After we get through this, we'll definitely talk about that because I was
Mm.
that, and then the Thunderbolts trailer dropped too.
Yep.
I think I've seen Johnny Storm and the Thing dropping on the game though, February 21st for. So I'm like, oh, I might need to get Blade too. He's supposed to be a character on there, so I'm definitely gonna check that out. But Marvel Rivals, if anyone's playing, let me know if you guys are liking it. I will try to get on. I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty, just Prestige 6 or 7. I think it's the highest I've ever been. So I'm definitely kicking ass at this game. I even got diamond guns. I've never done this shit, so
Going all out.
I'm rocking out on COD for sure. This is some more pictures of the Zing Shu Shi Caesar, the boxed wine as we called it. I'm not even gonna go through it. I've had enough. P Bandai Mobile Suit Gundam G Wax Portraits Machu in 9 sets. This is $98.
If I remember correctly, this is not very big. I think it's like a 1/10 scale, maybe 1/9 scale. I could be wrong. This could be 1/8 or 1/7, but I don't think it is.
Pass.
It's crazy.
I'm good.
Yeah, pass. It's crazy that Bandai sells anime figures now, or has been. I guess.
It's the boom, the anime boom, man. It's just nonstop. This is the P Bandai Lottery Sale release, Bandai Events RX 78 FR GMT. I kind of like this look of this RX. It's good.
Looks like
shoulders have a different cut to it.
It looks like it's the 3.0, but changed up. Like it looks like the 3.0, doesn't it?
Head's a little bigger, like the 3.0, and like some of the shins and like the knee, just a couple different things. That,
yeah, I think it's based on the 3.0 at least, because even the water slides look the same, like the area on the skirt, those markings. Yeah, I think this is a 3.0. Yeah, this looks like this is the 3.0. Just they just a little bit switched up.
Oh, FR fragments. The fragments. That's what that is. Like, this logo. I have anyone in the sneakers, the fragment ones, big sneaker that came out, big resale values. This is dope that Gundam's collabing with them. So I'm sure this will be if someone cops this, they will be trying to resell it. This is also the fixed figuration model composite version of it too.
I like this though. This does look nice. Yeah. This looks nice. Wider chest, a little bit shoulders. Simplified. The only real main details in the kneecaps, but most of the legs look like just straight regular legs. And the back has the third engine in it. Usually it's only 2 nozzles. This one has 3.
Yes,
I like.
It looks good. It looks good. I like this.
Yeah,
I like this.
Is it 200 and or actually is it what you take away the 2? I mean, is it worth a lot of money? Right? Is it worth?
But
is it worth?
If you're a collector of it,
$20.
Yeah, because like I said, Gundam's kind of doing these collabs now. Fragment's a dope brand to collab with. I'm sure people will get it for resale value too. Not me though, but I definitely like the look of it. Oh, they even have the fragment in this look. Okay, maybe I'll get this. This is a little more in my price range.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I can get that.
Yeah, this looks a little more
$30, almost $30. Oh, it's $25. Okay, never mind. The original one is $12. This is twice as much.
Yeah, just all it is because the hype.
Great.
Here we go. This is the 30-minute sisters. Sarai. I like this. I really like this.
I like this as well. I
like the sword. Is it the Oni? The little horns on the shoulder too. She looks pretty sick. I think there's a picture with the double swords.
Get the flame effects and everything too.
Yeah, I don't have any 30-minute sisters, but this will probably be the first one I get. I really like this.
The only thing I wish they had was a sheath, so you could actually sheath the sword.
Yeah, bro, that's odd that they don't.
Yeah. Maybe it's supposed to be like Raiden Shogun. She just pulls it out of there.
Yeah, I want to have her like
Mhm.
pose like that. More 30 minutes, Royal Knights, 30-minute fantasy, skipping over this stuff because we've already talked about it. This is that the bomb thing. I wonder if this shoots the ball out. You see it says push and there's a ball in his chest.
Might. Mm. We'll
Pass.
find out eventually. Yeah, pass.
Yeah.
Still pass.
No interest. Once again, another one of these. You like this?
Yes, Caesar. We understand you're making this. We know.
Yes. Like, golly. Box
It's like,
one.
hey, look at all these missiles. Do you see all these missiles?
Yeah.
Like, yes, I see it. It's firing piss. It's okay.
Yes. Literally, piss yellow. We don't need it. And then we have Godzilla Gundam. The black base Gunzoid for 88 Chinese yuan. Half Gundam, half
like
Zoid. Gunzoid. That's awesome.
I kind of like it. Do you remember when what is it? Who's the guy? He made Evangelion, but he did a collection of Kamen Rider, Shin Godzilla, and Evangelion Eva 1, and they all had the combiners. And they were supposed to like celebrate the 30
we
years.
watched the video for that, bro. That shit was
What was it called? It's not Toho Animation. Was it? I forgot what it's called, but the celebrate 30th anniversary. They should have did this. This,
right,
in my opinion, would have been a better choice.
Not that monstrosity of a
combiner that literally looks like
it
looks like
and they just had like the Kamen Rider on a bike, like up at the top of the head, like
and he grows like he's just like a normal sized guy, but when he transforms, he becomes this tall as a building, and then like he's just a dude. So he changes into a box. So underneath his helmet, all you hear is
oh my god. Terrible. Literally, that was probably the worst looking thing I've ever seen. I remember watching that. We sat here and watched the transformation, and I was sick to my stomach watching it. But yeah, this looks interesting. Definitely getting Godzilla vibes, Zoid vibes, Gundam vibes. But okay, comes with a gun.
Good, not bad. I like it.
Get the Gundam V-fin.
Yeah. You either get the V-fin or you get the unicorn like compressed fin. That's dope.
Okay,
that's dope.
I mean, yeah. 88 Chinese yuan, so it's not going to be super expensive. See, crossovers like this. Okay, I could do this. I might even get this and paint it like Evangelion colors, like some purple and some green or something. I could do that. And I think that might be it.
Yeah, I think that was it.
So that
was it.
Whew, that was a lengthy. What's new? Lengthy. What's new? But let us know in the comments if you guys seen anything in there that you guys liked, that you wanted to, that you might want to get. The Caesar, if you liked Wang Shu Shi Sui Caesar, if you liked all 17 of those photos, or the Messer, or if you're excited for the Gundam production, let us know who you think is going to be cast as Char and Amuro. Let's get a poll going. Who's our Char and Amuro for this movie, or even if they're going to be in it, we'll see. All right, what's next? Hold that thought. And man, I'm sad that Coop is not here for this, because
heck of a week.
What we witnessed this Sunday was a ass whooping. We had the Super Bowl this Sunday,
international television,
featuring the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs, and oh my god. That's all I can say is, oh my god, because
brother.
What was the final score?
It was 40 to I think 22, maybe 40 something like that.
40-22. It was over.
That's not the real
long
number.
before that.
There were some garbage. There were some garbage numbers that were handed out. So the garbage touchdowns for Chiefs. It at one point it would have been 40-6.
Yes, I believe it was 34-0 at one point. So
34-0.
It was long.
And you would think in the second half, all right, here's where Mahomes does his magic. The very first drive of the second half, the Chiefs have the ball. What did they do? 3 and out. 3 and out. Punt it immediately. That's when you knew, oh, the Chiefs aren't going to do this.
And I remember the announcement, the first play of the second half, the Eagles got the ball. Oh, they're probably going to run the clock out here. What does Jalen Hurts do? Drops back and throws a 40-year-old bomb, 40-yard bomb to Devontae Smith. Oh my God!
Put the dagger in it. Put the fork in it. Check it. It's done.
Yeah. So Super Bowl happened. Shout out to Coop. I will never ever root for the Eagles, but this weekend I rooted for our brother Coop and the Eagles because I couldn't handle another Chiefs Super Bowl win. I couldn't handle the three-peat. Someone had to do it, and now we are stuck with Coop for a year, shouting this out. I don't know what's worse. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Chiefs win the Super Bowl, or anytime football comes up, I have to hear Coop go. But who are the Super Bowl champs now?
Hey, you know what though? It's a lot better than me constantly hearing about we're three-peats, we're the greatest dynasty ever from Chiefs fans. There's a Chief fan in our office, and lovely guy. But the last thing I want to hear all day, every time I come in, is who is the greatest dynasty? Now I just say who got smacked on television.
Who got their ass kicked?
At one point,
it just from the get, man, it was bad.
From the start of the game, you felt, and I love what one of the sport pundits said. He said the thing is with the Chiefs is that everybody who they beat, like the Ravens, the Bills, all of the teams they beat there, they all have emotional baggage with the Chiefs to get to the Super Bowl. All their stuff comes with emotional baggage, which makes them a little bit slower, a little bit more tedious to do stuff because they really want to win. This game, the Eagles didn't have any of that. I mean, yes, they did lose the Super Bowl one time, but they just went in. They just like, we don't care. Like, we don't care that you're the Chiefs. We don't care you're Patrick Mahomes. We don't care you're Kelsey. We don't care your friends Taylor Swift. We do not care. We do not care that you somehow Venmo the refs. Apparently that Venmo check didn't go through, but we don't care. We're here to take care of business and decide that this is our fate.
Dog, I seen a stat where I think it said the Eagles didn't blitz the entire game.
They only blitzed once late in third quarter, and they hit Mahomes.
Is that where strip sack?
No. That was a 4-man rush. They never blitzed once, and the Chiefs didn't have any answers to a 4-man rush. At one point, they brought in 2 extra defenders, right? So now you have 3 people running out in a group of 7. You have your 2 wide receivers and your tight end, right? And you have 2 extra defenders in the pocket to help, and they still got to them. What are we doing?
that attests to good drafting. Shout out Harry Roseman, man. All them Georgia Bulldogs. I believe he has 6 Georgias on his defense. They have 6 guys or 5 or 6 guys from Georgia starting. D-line, all young. This is going to be scary. As a 49ers fan and a Cardinals fan down here, we're all in the NFC together. This could be a start of a three-peat. Who knows? If they can stay healthy, the way they ran the ball, the big offensive line, big defensive line, the back end, Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean with a pick 6, like
on his birthday. DeJean got a pick 6 on his birthday.
Him, Saquon too. When you got Super Bowl on your birthday, that's has to be the best birthday ever. Like,
and we can't forget the guy who carried them all the way here too was Saquon, who literally got released by their in-division rivals for pennies, and just literally now
goes on to have one of the best seasons.
One of the best running backs, one of the top 9 running back seasons of all time. It was crazy. It would have been the top one if he played and got the record, but they called it. They said they'd rather have the Super Bowl than the record. Hey, but next year, if you're in a position, and I'm saying this now, go for the record. You have the ring now. Get the record.
Cement yourself. I mean, man, it was crazy. Did you see any good Super Bowl commercials? I didn't see any like that, like stood out. Normally, there's
for
some
the
really
past
good
couple
ones.
years or the past 5 years, Super Bowl commercials have been really drying out. I remember they were releasing them on YouTube early too, which kind of killed the surprise of them. I think the Seal one, where Seal was singing and he was a seal.
As a seal
was great. Yeah, as a seal. I think the one with Post Malone and the one comedian where they're talking about Bud Light. I thought that was funny at first. And then when Peyton shows up and he's like, "Hey, do you want to hang out tomorrow?" And he said, "No, I got a colonoscopy." Right, and then you're just like, wait, what? In the middle of the commercial. But yeah, I mean that was pretty cool. But the majority of them, I was there for the trailers, and there were some good trailers, but yeah, this year not the funniest ones. I think we're missing Doritos. Doritos used to be really funny. Now we don't have those anymore.
Yeah, Doritos used to be prime. The one I just I thought was super corny to me was Tom Brady and Snoop Dogg, and they were like
Yeah,
going back and forth. And I was like,
I hate you because of it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you two are the most non-hateful. They choose the wrong people to represent that.
I didn't feel. I understood the message, but it just.
But talk about hate. Talk about hate. Hey Drake, you like?
I love how he teased at the whole performance, and then he skipped across the stage and looked straight in there and said, "Hey Drake, you and he was gonna get sued." And then the whole audience screaming A minor.
And Samuel Jackson with like the intro for each time. And what's crazy, it tells an actual like story. I was like, that was dope. Oh, Serena Williams
like, it wasn't a walking performance. Oh my bro, what? People were saying it wasn't a good performance.
Old people. Yeah. Everyone I talked to, all the older people were like, I didn't understand what he was saying. I don't know what is that, right? And it was like, no, dude. If you just go back and listen to the lyrics, or just look up the lyrics online, read them, you're good.
You missed the point. Like I loved the representation of like the blacks on the flag and everyone getting out the car. I don't know if you caught. I think they caught him early, but there's a guy, one of the dancers. He was like holding up a Palestine flag. Immediately erased. I didn't see it. Yeah, I didn't see it all on the TV, but I seen it on the shots later. But yeah, he's barred from any football event ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh snap! That's crazy.
He was actually part of the show as a dancer, but you didn't even see it. I didn't know that until I seen like the pictures after.
Man, those guys, those editors are quick. Like, quick, snip it out.
Yeah, I said, wait, what? I said that didn't happen. I said, oh no, that happened. Okay, but yeah, no, definitely enjoyed his performance. All the songs, like he went from old songs and new songs, to old songs and new songs. It was a great time. I wish the game was a little better. It was an ass drumming, like we said. So better luck next year to the Chiefs. Good luck for us. You and I, Austin. I'm a little nervous in the NFC, dog.
Yeah, we're in the NFC, and you and I are in the same division, and for some reason we can't decide which one of us is going to lose it.
Yeah, so
my team can't decide if they want to win. Your team tries to win, but just gets hurt
and lose. And we implode in the fourth quarter. So it looks like the Eagles might be back again. We'll see.
Washington, the Eagles, and the Lions right now. That is a matchup.
We mentioned trailers. What do you think of the Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four trailers?
I like the Fantastic Four trailer a lot. I was very surprised at how much I'm into it, because I thought at first I was going to be like, Fantastic Four has never really been my favorite group of superheroes, right? But the fact they're bringing this back to the 1960s, they're doing like and they got the thing right. They got the thing actually looking like the thing straight out the comic. It's perfect. Amazing. The eyebrows are perfect. I was like, yo, and the fact that you got the actor from The Bear doing it, and I was like, that makes sense. The guy who's really good at playing reserved pulled away, and I was like,
I was watching some of the breakdowns. They were talking about like first steps. They say Sue Storm's going to be pregnant. That's why it's called first steps.
That makes sense. That they do have but the thing that confuses me is Sue Storm in the comic books is like in her mid-20s, and Rich Rickerton like in his mid-30s. When I looked at that, she looked like she was maybe his age or a little bit older, which confused me.
Looked older. It looks like they're established. Like they've already gone through everything. So we didn't get to see any of Mr. Fantastic's powers in the trailer. So I wonder if like you didn't see didn't see any stretching. That sounds crazy.
Yeah, but pause. But we saw Galactus for a little bit, and oh god. No, now I'm thinking about we saw Galactus and apparently he's going to be able to shrink and
down
pause. So I mean it's going to be more interesting that way than the original Fantastic Four with Galactus is just a cloud.
Yeah, exactly. Did you watch the Thunderbolts trailer? I
did not. I missed it. How about you? Did you? What do you think?
I caught it. I don't know. I don't know too much about the Void or Sentry, the character. He's like the Marvel version of Superman, so he looks super strong. So I'm not sure how the people in this group is going to stop like a Superman level threat. And, like,
right?
when it's a bunch of like people just who have super serum, like
You're right. You look at everyone, you're like, okay, all of like 90% of you require ammo to really be
yeah,
lethal. And then the other two of you are just good at trying to avoid getting hit.
yeah,
And
like
only one of you can take a hit, like take a shot.
it
If any of you
looks
get
like a
shot in the
poor group
kneecap,
of
you're done.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
right.
in the trailer, like he's like using his void powers, and people are like running, and he's just going like this, and they're like just becoming a shadow. Like I don't know how these people in the yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Thunderbolts are supposed to deal with that,
Yeah,
right?
I don't know. Who knows? So that comes out soon. I think Captain America comes out in the next couple of weeks. So we'll see how the next part of the Avengers, takes off.
Next phase
We'll
of
see.
Marvel.
Yeah,
We'll see what happens.
2.0. We'll see. So that's all that thought. Let us know what you guys thought about the Super Bowl. If any Kansas City Chiefs fans in the comments, sorry, Eagles kicked you guys' ass. Better luck next year. Let us know what you guys thought of the trailers, any funny commercials, or anything else that's weird going on. Luka played his first game with the Lakers. They won by 30, so that looks cool. Anthony Davis is now out indefinitely, so R.I.P. Nico. He's been getting death threats. So I mean, he's really probably
Really?
he got death threats the same day. So now
Kind
AD hurt, he needs some protection.
Yeah, there's something else going on, brother. There has to be something else going on. It can't be. It just can't be because he didn't work hard enough. Makes no sense. You know what?
No
You know what's
sense.
crazy? It makes his argument even worse because if he didn't work out, if it's true, he just wasn't working out and drinking beer all the time, and he was that good already. Can you imagine when he just focuses a little bit?
Crazy. Well, we'll see, Dallas. Good luck to you guys. Hopefully, you guys have a franchise in the next couple of years. It might be move somewhere else. We'll see. But let's hold your thought. Next up, though, we haven't done this in a while, and since Coop's here, we definitely don't want to forget about creators because we're all about creators here. We are going to do Creators Corner, where we shout out some dope content creators in the hobby. First up, we are going to go to, let's see here. We're going to go with Austin's guy, which is G Club Hobby.
G Club Hobby. So I thought at first it was like literally a Gundam club. And I was like, oh, I think it's just a guy. Because I was like, are these just a guy? But no, this dude's been throwing out some absolute bangers. Some dope looking stuff, people. I mean, the weathering, the painting, the detailing, all of it looks absolutely gorgeous. Dude.
Like you said, the
It
weathering.
looks,
Oh my lord,
bro.
ooh. And it's all like well placed, not just like weathering the weather, but like weathering for a reason. I didn't even notice the little pilot got here too.
Look, all the scribing lines are so clean, so well done.
The rivets on here.
The rivets, yeah. Bro,
okay.
Gorgeous. And then when he does a clean build,
Austin, bro, you know this is all 144 too, bro. So
yeah,
come on over.
Shoot, bro, look at that, man.
The sand and the dust.
Oh my goodness, the sand dust weathering. I don't know where he found a table and a picnic table and a picnic table that small.
Oh yeah, I don't think it comes with it. So this is the tank from the 8th MS team. I believe it comes in like a little. It's an older Bandai kit that you can get. I think you can even find it on Sarah Gaia. It's like a set.
Yeah, it is an really older kit. Yeah, that's a fantastic job on weathering. He has only 800 followers. I was kind of shocked. I was like, I figured with somebody putting out this level of quality, he would have more, but maybe the algorithm just never picked him up. But yeah, nah, man, look at Yeah, and I just came across this dude like just randomly. I was like, I think he liked one of my posts, and I just happened to click on it, and I was like, oh, cool, club, and I was like, oh no, it's just a guy, I guess.
So this is some before and after work we're looking at here. People on Spotify. This is G Club Hobby. That's GCLUB Hobby. I mean, a lot of great work. He's right now we're watching him modify some of the pieces he works with. So check that out in your free time. Really dope work, man. This
Shoot, dude, this
look at the before and after. Oh my gosh!
Right? It's a whole nother level.
Added the rivets, added the drills.
Covered the vents.
I gotta start putting some more holes in the kits. It really adds to it. I definitely
yeah, the tiny you get small drill, micro drill. Yeah, dude. And he covered the vents.
Sheesh.
Dude, and the cockpit is painted. The cockpit inside is fully painted. It's oh my gosh. I don't use this
on the right side. He frosted too. Like,
yeah. Right, the gloss a little bit. Shoot, dude. This looks good. This looks so good. And he painted the little indents on the clear, because you see the clear plastic was completely clear, but he actually painted the frame part that goes over it. Sick.
Hey, shout out you, man. I'm definitely gonna have to give you a follow from the Undergated. And you guys too, definitely go back and take a look at this page. Tell him the Undergated sent you, drop a follow, pick his brain, because I think we can always get a little bit better with our weathering and our details. So it's important, man. That's important.
Definitely.
All right. So that was G Club Hobby. For mine, we're going to be looking at this is Mecha _pla_s. I literally just came across this page a couple of days ago. Really love his photography. Really love his paint. This is a Machine Krieger model kit. Really love it.
Dude, that looks great.
Right? So I don't know if you can see right here in the bottom, though. He has looks like maybe some LEDs in here.
Yeah.
Some pre-shading in here. The weathering looks great.
He did a technique too of like splotching coloring. So like this is something you learned from aircraft models, that you would splotch certain amounts of color. So when you put it over again, you have like that almost like undertone, like haze splotches everywhere.
Child, not over rice. He does that really, really good. I like how he does that. But yeah, this looks amazing. Really great work. I really like the Zaku. Did some custom work. Added some plates to the chest. Added some plates to the shield. Changed up the gun too.
He changed the overall design of it. The overall design language for it looks like it's
dropped the visor on the head. Gave the left arm some texture.
I think it was a cast barrel.
Yes.
Dude, this looks great.
Something else. The car too. Like I thought this was a real car at first, but I was like, "Yo, what?"
Yeah, man.
Is it GT Skyline or something?
Yeah. This is GTR R35.
Yeah,
I have an R35 GTR.
With that,
which by the way is
super smooth.
Mr. Smooth. Yep. There you go.
Like, look at this.
That's good.
Some military tank work.
Charlotte tank, or was it Chariot? It's a British tank, but it has American markings on it. And he's at a Plomo event. Dope. And there's Machine Krieger again. Nice.
Yes. Oh man. So this is a Mecha _pla_s that my followers, our listeners here on Spotify. Give this guy a follow when you get the chance to check out the work. Work speaks for itself. 2025, I definitely want to slow down and refine some of my skills like weathering and scribing. So the two guys we just showed you are definitely great examples of clearly it's showing in their work that if you take your time, you could take it the barest of bare plastic to something amazing.
Yeah,
definitely want to build a car too soon.
Yeah, man, this looks good too. Ooh, a classic GTR. So this is a 2000 GTR, a 1970. I can't remember the exact year, but 1970s. Yeah, nice, man. I've always wanted to own one of these, by the way. Like actually in this color too, the white one on the this one.
Is OG one too?
I've always wanted to own one because I love the GTRs, but I particularly like the older styles. And the R34, of course, R33, R32, of course, are legends, but I like that 2000 as well.
In fact, I think my dream car Nissan Skyline. Ever since I've seen Fast and the Furious, dog, I'm like, I don't know. There was an import ban. I don't know if it's over now, but
It's over now. Yeah, it actually ended this year. Matter of fact, if I remember correctly, so they are legal to own R35s. It was legal last year to own R33s, and the year before that R32s. So they are all now completely legal to own. Good luck buying them. They are
yes,
incredibly expensive.
We have a shop up here called Left Hand Drive, and like they're like, "Woo, buy a new car."
They were selling apparently a really rare one at a Maserati dealership up north, and we stopped by and we just took a look at it, and we're like, "How much is it?" And we're just curious, and the guy was like, "Yeah, it's going to be 250,000." And I was like, "For this?" But he was like, "Yeah, but this is a really rare version. This is a GTR that's made by Mines and stuff like that." And he was talking about the whole history of how it got there and how it's the only one in America, or like only one of 5 in America, or something like that. And I was like, "I see why it's expensive." Okay. So I just need to rob a bank. Just need to rob 2 banks.
Yeah, that's all it sounds like to me. Don't get caught.
Just
on the way.
This is GTA 6.
Right, literally, real life. That's dope though. Shout out those creators, man. Give those guys a follow. We love shouting out creators. Drop some creators in the comments if you guys want to see them shouted out on the show. We are always looking for creators who don't get the love they should, and we love to give them a spotlight. So that was Creators Corner. Next up, we are finally here to the meat and potatoes of the podcast. That's Coop's favorite term, meat and potatoes. Last week, we kind of nerded out, got in our cave, and talked about a bunch of anime. And we're kind of going to do that again, but not as much of different animes. We're going to talk about a particular topic of anime. We're going to talk about mecha. So everything mecha. We're not going to be talking about Gundams, even though this is a Gundam podcast. We like to talk about other things too. Since you have the enthusiasts here, we're gonna bend the corner a little bit. Just a little bit.
Come into the cave. Nice and warm.
Everything other than Gunpla that is a mecha. So Austin, let's talk to him. What are some of your favorite shows, favorite models that aren't Gundams but mecha?
Macross. Macross.
Macross. Robotech for the people here in the States or the western side of the hemisphere who don't know. Macross. Do you have any body? Do I have any?
Right here. Robotech. This was Robotech, of course, in the US, it is Robotech, but here in the the actual real show was called Macross. I even have a little magazine. There we go. Macross Chronicle 2009. Probably with my favorite design, which you see looks are fighter jets, but if you look closely, they turn into the Batroid form, into essentially a robot, and they have several other forms in them. But Macross, a legendary series that is. Oh yeah, that looks familiar. Macross Plus.
Yeah. We always talk about it because it's out now. You're able to watch it. But if you love aviation like Austin does, if you like dogfights, if you like mechs, Macross. When did it air? In the 90s or that's originally the 80s?
80s. Yeah, it was originally in the 80s, and it was one of the few shows over in America that was animation, Japanese animation, but it was run like it was a love soap opera, essentially, or just like a love story. So people were watching it and getting the action, the thrills, but also this love triangle that was going on. And you're like, oh wow, this is, and like idols are like used as weapons or stuff like that toward the end of it with Min-Mei. So for those who don't know, Macross is a 1980s anime that was essentially pivotal into bringing mecha into the US. In the US, they called it Robotech because there was a company called Harmony Gold that was able to get the rights for distribution in the US, who ended up being a bad guy in real life because Harmony Gold just didn't want to give up the rights, and then sued everyone who had mechs that looked like him, even Mech Warrior, for example. But then they ended up losing the lawsuit, thank God. And now Harmony Gold's kind of gone. And now we have just Macross free in the US. So all I can say is, if you like music, if you like robots, if you like action, if you like romance, If you like all those things, Macross is going to do it for you. There's been a huge expansion of other shows after the 1980 series. You have Macross Plus, probably one of the best anime movies in my opinion, to come out. You have Macross Frontier, Macross Delta, which are the newer series that came. Then you have Macross 2, Macross 7. Those ones all have different, favoring levels of, I would say, positive reviews, and kind of different qualities, range of quality. But in my opinion, it's like Gundam almost. If you watch all of them, you can find something that you like in all of them. So yeah, if you definitely give Macross a shot.
And shout out to Bandai because they've been going back and not releasing, but giving us more Macross kits. I have the YF19 that partners with the YF21. I have that model kit. They've dropped a whole bunch of other ones. They are parts forming kits. So anyone that's interested in building them, if you want to display them in multiple forms, you will have to buy multiple, but they do look really good. Also, downside, they need a lot of stickers if you don't pay.
They also sell them in the Hasegawa makes them. Who Hasegawa makes model airplanes. So, and they make them in the one form. So you buy it in whatever one form you want: the gear walk, the regular fighter, or the bat raid mode. But those ones are highly detailed. And if you paint them, they look absolutely gorgeous. As a matter of fact, I have another one.
Oh, here we go.
I have this magazine here with some of the best Macross builds ever, and I mean, I'm not going to litigate the whole thing for you, but just to give you an idea of what we're talking about here, I mean, we've got some of the best Gundam Plamo painters ever working on these kits, and I mean, you just don't get much better than this. You don't get much better than these, man. It's absolutely gorgeous. So Macross is definitely one of
my metal builds too. So we've reviewed them on the show. Just passing through, what's new. Pricey, very expensive, but they fully transform, beautiful, and they're big. Pause. They got some weight to them. So check out Macross. It's on Hulu. All forms of Macross. Hulu. Check that out.
Great.
Another show I liked that's a mecha. I'm gonna take us way back. I remember watching this show on Saturday mornings. It's called Escaflowne. Did you ever watch Escaflowne, Austin?
I did watch Escaflowne. Yes. And it's funny. You were younger than me, but I was young at the point too where I was just like, is this violence?
Facts. That was me too. Are these robots? They're fighting? Yeah. Escaflowne. I don't know when it came out. Early 2000s. That's about a girl who gets transported back in time into like almost a medieval period, but they have mechs and dragons, and it's a lot of action. It was like one of my besides Gundam, it was like one of my very first experiences in the mecha. I love the music. It has really good music. Love the designs of the mechs because they all kind of look like they all transform into dragons. Well, not all of them, but the main suit transforms into a dragon. Character designs were really cool. It kind of gives you that really 90s aesthetic. But it was on, I want to say it was like on 4U Kids. I don't know if it should have been on there. It was a little violent now that I think about it.
They edited a lot out, if I remember correctly. You go back and you realize the original animation, I think, came out in 1995, 1996 maybe. But if you look back, you're like, oh, yeah, there's some editing that went on here.
There's a movie. It's like I don't even want to say an abridged version, but it's a movie that came out probably like 16 years ago. It's like a retelling of the show, but just in the movie form. Character updates, mech updates, but still gives you the Escaflowne feel. If you guys haven't seen it, check it out. I also believe it's on Hulu or Crunchyroll. If you like mechs, if you like kind of like knights fighting, that's Escaflowne. If you like suits of armor, slow fights, nothing like super like adventurous, nothing like jumping off buildings, anything like that. If you just like hand-to-hand, sword-to-sword combat, check out Escaflowne. It's another one for you, Austin. What's another good mech show?
I'm going to go with Gurren Lagann. Gurren Lagann is, in my opinion, one of the best anime ever made. Ever. Just, oh my gosh. The Simon, and his older brother and Yoko, and it just the
Mm,
whole almost all every character is memorable. I've seen it. It was crazy. You know what's crazy? This tells you how good the show is. I only ever seen it from beginning to end once, and it has
same.
stuck with me so well that I can remember it as if as if I watched it yesterday. Every character, every story, even the way it flows, like how villains in the end become just people who you kind of like understand, like, oh, they're not bad people, they're just trying to prevent something even worse from happening, and you're like, nah, we got to take it on ourselves, and all about the pride of being what it means to be a hero, what it means to step up and be a man, what it means to be the guy that you have to the be for the universe to
Yep.
conquer. And then in the end, such a bittersweet ending, but you're
Mm.
just like, it hits you in the heart, and you're like, God
It hits every emotion. It's
dang.
definitely a roller coaster. Like you get to feel. Not too many shows, especially like a mech show, that give you like kind of array of emotions. Like you're watching like a shonen or a seinen or even like a shoujo. You kind of get all those wrapped up, and it just happens to be with mecha. I'm actually gonna pull up here. This is best mecha animes, top 50, and this is brought to us by Game Rants. And number one was actually Gurren Lagann.
Gurren Lagann, dude, it's so good that say less, say no more, bro. It is, in my opinion, probably one of the greatest anime ever made. It's made by the people who eventually went on to be Studio Trigger, who went on to go
Yep.
make other bangers, but dude, this was so good.
Has some of the best like mech combination, like coming together moments too. Like in the final battle, like I believe I
They
don't know
keep
if Bandai made a figure of it or a model of it, but
I think
there's
I
a
know
model of it.
somebody did. And the fact that they
Mm,
keep breaking down and breaking down and breaking down and keep going small down, and the art direction and the style and design of everything was just hitting. And you're right, CD. The ending, there's very few shows in general, not even anime, just in general entertainment, that goes through so highs and lows so effectively and just so
right.
brilliantly that it all just flows and works together. There's even a time skip, and they made the time skip work. You know how many shows fail time skips? So
Yeah, time skip.
Young
Mm.
Justice was on a great path. For those who don't know, Young Justice was a DC animated TV show that was
Oh, I
essentially the
loved
brand
Young
new Teen
Justice too.
Titans. Young Justice season 1 was amazing. Time skip season 2, everyone was like, not as good. Season 3, yeah, you shouldn't have time skipped.
You should have just ended it. So
Ended it.
I guess we can go through this list. Take a look at this. Gurren Lagann number 2. If people haven't watched it, please check that out.
We're on number
Neon
1.
Genesis
Oh, yeah.
Evolution.
Neon Genesis
We talk about this
Evangelion.
all the time. This
We
it's a
reset the
crazy show.
genre.
Yeah,
Question for
it
you:
reset the genre. What's up?
Question for you: rebuild or original show? Which one do you prefer?
Rebuild.
Same.
Rebuild.
Same.
The original show, super confusing. Not super confusing, but confusing enough. The ending was weird too. At least with the rebuild series, you kind of get to close the book finally on.
It's coherent.
Yeah, it makes sense. I don't know if there was like some production issues that happened at the end, or they like you have to like kind of watch it in a weird order when you're watching the old one. But this I think we might have even had an argument with Coop about if this was bigger, one of the biggest mech franchises, as big or bigger than Gundam. I have to go back and take a look. But if you haven't seen it, the main character here goes through the ringer. We'll just say that. I don't want to spoil too much. Actually, I mean it's been out 30 years.
It's
now.
old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tokyo gets blown up, the world gets blown up, and now these kids are fighting so-called angels to save humanity again.
Do you want to know the full? Do you want me to explain the full lore? Because I mean, if we have 3 hours,
I
I know
mean,
the full lore.
yeah, the Dead Sea Scrolls and
the Lilith and
yeah,
Adam and the egg and the original beginners. Yeah, dude, it's funny. If you go on YouTube, look up the original lore, and then just try not to get lost.
we won't worry about the lore. We'll talk about the mechs because we're here to talk about everything mechs. Some of the coolest looking design mechs, the most humanoid, has some of the best scenes you'll ever see of like something in motion to be from back then. Like I'll never forget Eva sprinting with the hands. breaking through the barriers, just some of the most gritty animation you'll see in mechs. Honestly, some of the most,
Probably
and
my.
it's pretty graphic too for like a mech.
Oh
battle.
yeah. There's blood everywhere and everything like that.
Yeah.
It gets dark. I'm shoot. Who we talking about? This was the original dark anime. Like it's just
Yeah.
good God, everything's terrible. But man, yeah, some of the dopest fight scenes. I still remember. And Shinji himself as a character, you just grow to hate him until he actually changes, and then you love him.
Because
And the
he's
one
just a
scene, man,
crybaby.
he's just get in the robot, Shinji. Just
Yeah,
get in,
literally. Get
dude.
in the robot.
In that one scene, I remember the one scene in Rebuild. I think it was the second Rebuild movie at the end where his eyes glow and he finally makes a choice, and you're like, yeah, let's go, right? And then the third one starts, and you forgot that it was a mistake. You're like,
Yeah. He just ruined it for everybody. He's in captivity now.
He just ruined the world.
He literally ruined the world. But do you have a favorite of the units? Any of 1, 2, 3, or
I'm
7,
sentimental
8,
to
9?
yeah, I'm sentimental to Unit 6. I love the color scheme of Unit 6, even though 6 ends up being an angel.
Yep.
Yeah, that dark blue and red. That I love the look of it.
I'm definitely a fan of Asuka, so Unit 2.
The
Unit 2 is
red.
my fave. I do like Unit 9 or Unit 8. That's from the Rebuild. That's the pink one. With the glasses. Classic suit. You have to watch the Rebuild movies to watch that, but this is on Hulu as well, I think. The movies are on Amazon, so check out the Rebuild movies. I'd say just watch the Rebuild movies. Save yourself the trouble. New animation, good story, and it still gives you, what happens in the actual show.
Yeah, agreed. 100% agreed.
Let's see, number 3 on the list was, of course, Gundam. We always talk about Gundam. We know how amazing our Mech show Gundam was. But
that animation, bro.
Let me stop here real quick. What?
Ray Studio is about to make another little mini kit of that.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
What? It was doing its best.
Hey, man. We got to respect where we came from. Next up on the list, number 4, Code Geass, Illusion of the Rebellion. This is one of my favorite shows. Mechs are not the forefront of the show. There's like a lot of other stuff going on, but they definitely have some dope mechs in here. Yes, very political, like radical abolitionist, John Brown type. Lelouch, he's one of the most like intriguing, but like mentally, like just I would love to be in his mind, because he's gone through a lot, and the way he handles the world, his outlook on life, and now how he plans to take over it. His whole scheme is really interesting. He's one of the most, I feel like, in-depth characters. Kind of reminds me of Light from Death Note. I kind of feel like those two are similar characters, but.
And just to point out, they're made by Studio Clamp. The people who made Sailor Moon, Chobits, I think Special A, a whole bunch of other stuff that's all shoujo. This was like one of their first like mecha shonen type of ventures, and a huge success. So
huge.
Shoot.
It's there's been multiple reboots. There's been movies. There's a whole bunch of series off of this, maybe like 4 or 5. I feel like there's always one coming out. Even Bandai's, gotten in and dropped some kits. The Lancelot, which I believe is right here. So another good mech series. There's more than one season. There's more than one season, but they're all kind of spin-offs. So watch the original one. It's not super long. Really, really good, intriguing anime for sure. Number 5 on our list. We won't go too far. We'll maybe go up to top 10. Number 5, a favorite of mine. We have 86, which I have all the light novels here, and I actually have the model kit behind my shoulder here. Did you ever watch it?
I did. I finished it. I watched the whole thing and finished it. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. It's crazy because I thought it was going to end, but then someone told me, he was like, yeah, no, they only went over like a couple of the books. Like there's a whole other set they have to go through.
Bro, when I watched episode 1, and I was like, I have to go. Is this a manga? Is this to the point where I have light novels 4 through 13. I didn't read 1, 2, or 3 because I read 1 and 2 online because I had to figure it out. Story is amazing. If you guys don't know, 86 is about a group of 86. There are people who think of it as like almost like Nazis and like the Jewish community. They like turn the Jewish community into like their soldiers, and they call them 86. But in the show, even in the book, they call them pigs. So you're thinking they're not like real people. So they're just sending these groups of pigs out to fight these animatronic robots. You know that were
drones.
It's kind of like
manufactured by a drone
Transformers. Factory. It's like AI is taking over, and they're sending all these people, these robots out, and you think they're sending pigs like these other AIs out, but come to find out they're not AIs themselves; they're actually people. So it's a struggle between like right and wrong, and you know how can I help these people not be thought of as pigs anymore? And
persecution, right?
Yeah,
it's
slavery. It's literally black. It's slavery. But the light novel gets more in depth. You kind of figure out like why people are being treated like this, and why are these animatronic drones fighting. So light novels are really good. Like I said, the newest one, volume 13, just came out in January. Not super long reads. The only thing about these, they take forever to be translated from Japanese. So I waited 2 years in between 12 and 13. I don't think 14 comes out until 2026 sometime. So
is it a web series? Like they release it like just one chapter a month? Is that why?
Nah,
no, it's always once.
Yep. So yeah, it takes forever just to get translated. It's Yin Press that translates it here, but I believe there's at least 4 more coming. So who knows? That's probably another 6 years.
Yeah,
at least.
It's gonna be a minute, brother.
Worth the read. All the light novels come with like instructions of the characters, a full-length poster.
Oh wow!
And like a map, so it kind of keeps you up to date. I really like looking at the posters and stuff. One of these is like super rare to find, volume 7. People are like reselling volume 7 for $100.
Wow, jeez.
Yeah, I don't know why, but actually I know why. But I have to show you off here.
Oh, okay, I got you. Dang.
So, that's that. Let's do a couple more of the best mecha anime shows, and then we will wrap it up. Next up is going to be one of our favorites, Austin.
Oh yes, Eureka 7.
I'm almost surprised. This might be higher on my list. I don't know.
This might be a little bit higher on mine too. I'm surprised that I'm kind of surprised that people even really remember it. Every time we talk about mecha, like it's always pushed to the side, but like it was such a fantastic show, and it has probably one of the best romances I've seen in a mecha ever, bro. And because it focuses on them the entire way through. Dude, and they go through the 5 stages of like relationships, and dude, it is absolute, and the animation is hitting it. This is when Bones was at their absolute peak.
Yes.
Before they fell off. It was this Soul Eater. What else did they work on after that? A little bit of a shoot. There's a whole look. Bones was hitting, guys. Bones was hitting, and then after this, and they tried to reboot this with Eureka AO, and then Palms of the Planets, and then Eureka High Evolution, which I've watched all the High Evolution films, and I can tell you the third one's the only one you can probably watch and care a little bit of. The first one, the first 30 minutes you watch, and then you're just done. That's it. Yep. So to tell you just how good it is, this had 3 attempts at rebooting it or extending its legacy, and all of them couldn't capture the same magic. So this Eureka 7 is high up there. Everything about it was, in my opinion, 10 out of 10. The music. I own the soundtracks. I own the 4-disc soundtrack, and I got to tell you, almost all of it, EDM bangers, orchestral bangers, absolutely amazing. The art style, I
And
loved
doesn't
every
it give
bit.
you some G Quacks vibes too? Now looking back at
Yes.
the Nirvash, definitely. I don't know if someone from the Eureka 7 staff is working on this, but I definitely see I see some similarities between it. Even like the character design too. Now I look at
Yeah,
it.
I mean, I know the Evangelion reboot guys, the guys who did the rebuilds are designing the mecha, but I think one of them was an assistant who helped out with Eureka 7 too. So, and the animation for like missile dodges and whatnot were them as well. So, it's oh my gosh, dude, it's
Good show.
mm.
Please check out Eureka 7 on Crunchyroll, huh? Oh, dang, 2005. So we're almost to our 20-year anniversary.
Almost. And Bones did, let's to give you guys an idea of how hard Bones was hitting. They did Darker Than Black, which I think we remember that one.
Good show. Good show.
Good show. That first season, you're like,
oh my god,
yeah.
yes. I didn't care about the second season when they brought him back. Season 1?
Me either.
Oh my god.
Season 1, they had that. They had Soul Eater, which is one of the best shonens out there. Space Dandy. And one of my personal favorites, the Dragon, what is it? Dragon Pilot, which appeared on Netflix, an underrated show. Noragami, and then of course the biggest one of all, Full Metal Alchemist. So Bones was hitting. This is one of Bones' greats that stands alongside Full Metal Alchemist. This is how good it is. So watch if you get a chance.
Jesus Christ!
I'm sorry, CD. Go ahead.
Why was Bones on such a hot streak?
Right, and then they just fell off, bro. I don't know. They just did stop making anything. And the last thing they made was Metallic Rouge, which had a great premise, but horrible writing. Actually, that's why Bones fell off. Their writers and staff was just nasty, just terrible, nasty doo-doo. No, thank you. Just take it out. Okay. Just take it out. Take out the trash.
All right. We'll keep it pushing then. Number 7. We talked about it. Macross.
Okay. There we go. I
like that Killer Scheme on this pilot, but the favorite
trainer.
Come on, Skull Squadron.
Yep. Yes, sir. By the way, there is one person who left a comment back in the day. This was like 5 years ago, and because my brain is wired this way, all I think about is the comment that I read. And the guy's like, "Oh no, the robots are technically based more on the F-111 because it has the longer nose." And I literally wrote out a 4-paragraph response. I was that guy. And explain why the F-14 was the only real reference. Dude, I was horrible. I was like, if you look at the engines, they're spaced apart and along with the 2 tails, and the F-111 only has 1 tail. And at that point, I realized something about myself. I need to keep myself under wraps.
I might have issues.
I might have problems.
This is your special interest, Austin. This is your special interest. Number 8 on our list.
That day
on
was
the
a
game rant list is Armed Trooper Vatoon.
Oh, Photons.
I didn't watch it, but I definitely liked the. Maybe as a kid, caught a couple episodes. Okay, I did, but I was more for the toys. I remember catching some toys from like some back alley in California. They were like some knockoffs, and that's why I really fell in love with them. Just kind of playing around with them. Did you watch it?
I watched a little bit of it. I liked what I saw. It was if I remember correctly, it felt like I was watching mature Gundam. So it seemed like that, but I never finished the series, unfortunately. But I heard it's good. I heard it's really good.
Yeah. I definitely. I've always had inkling for the models. Always loved looking at the models. They're all super dope. Not as big as Gundams. They're tiny in the show, so you get a little more realistic feel for them. It's on High Dive. I don't have High Dive. I don't know anyone that has High Dive, but if you have High Dive,
you don't have High Dive. You end up bundling High Dive in with whatever something else you purchased.
Yeah. I don't even know what is with High Dive. Hulu has.
I think it's Amazon.
ESPN.
I think it's Amazon. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
If it's not on that,
Crush. It's like, who has Retro Crush? Everyone just watches it on YouTube.
Terrible. Next up is Full Metal Panic.
Full Metal Panic.
Good show. Good, has
Hilarious.
enjoyable romance. Good mech fights. Good designed mechs. Bandai had some mechs, some model kits coming out of this too.
Back in 2019.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and what's dope too, you get to see different versions of the mechs. So like, there's not just one. There's a whole. The enemies have their version, and there's like multiple versions of the enemy mechs. The good guys have their mechs, and depending how good they are, there's different versions of the mech. So you get a lot of different mechs. Good fights, like I said, funny, romance. You get to see like the characters like kind of bond and kind of go through some similar stages like your Wreck 7. Well, they don't like each other, but then they like each other, and then they're kind of like, it's cute.
Former friendship, yeah. From enemies to friends, yeah.
So Crunchyroll, Funimation, Hulu. Didn't realize it was that old. Came out in 2002.
Yep, 2002.
Good animation though.
Minute,
Yeah, big decade. Jeez.
Yeah,
had some good animation for a show that came out in 2002. And then lastly, the 10th best anime and the Game Rant's best mecha series is Broken Blade.
Broken Blade. Wow. I would have not saw that coming.
Yeah. Have you watched Broken Blade? I haven't watched the episode. I've seen the movies though.
Oh, you saw the movies? Okay, same. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it I would never saw it coming. It's not that it doesn't deserve it. It's definitely pretty good, but I mean, like Knights of Sidonia has been, in my opinion,
Escaflowne. Like this reminds me of Escaflowne.
Escaflowne, right? That shoot. I mean, we could name a couple places, but yeah, we'll give it to it. It's all right. Fafnir was a terrible show, but I love the art style because it's Mobile Suit Gundam Seed artist.
Yep, exactly.
So just squint my eyes.
Yeah, that's literally what it is. The suits of character, like I feel like it's like they took the Gundam characters and then just put them in that show.
Yeah, you can squint your eyes and just see the same face all day, and you just pretend like, okay, that's Kira.
Like, okay, I'm surprised with Broken Blade being 10, but if you guys haven't watched it, it's almost like another medieval. These are like they're mechs, but there's like no cars. They're kind of set off in the mountains. It's like old but new at the same time. Different factions fighting against each other's best friends fighting against each other. Old mechs kind of reminds me actually of IBO without like the space. Reminds me of IBO without the space. Cool mech fights though, I suppose.
Yeah, cool mech designs too as well. The designs are actually pretty cool, especially when you zoom in like this and you have great
OVAs.
art.
Yeah, like let's just six 45-minute episodes, OVAs. Check it out. I think there's an episodical version you can watch too, but I've only watched the OVAs. So that was the Game Rant's top 10 mech series. Gundam at number 2, which we all thought. I mean, who knows? It could have been number 1. Broken Blade was definitely a surprise being 10.
Gundam was 3. That's right. Gundam was 3.
Oh, Gundam was 3. Yeah.
Yeah. Gurren Lagann was 1. Evangelion 2. Then Gundam 3. Look at that.
Okay.
Hey, all deserving those spots.
Yeah, I mean,
you can even
if you guys wanted to get into some other mechas, check out the entire list, even the ones we named. Escaflowne wasn't on there, but classic old. If you like 90s anime, check that out. 86 is another one that's new, that's not really talked about, but is really good. Really, I don't want to say super political, but definitely has some political undertones. Just like
definitely
Lelouch.
Yeah,
just like Lelouch. But all those are good. Yeah, that was another Extremist episode for you. We kept it a little toned down with anime, but we got into the mecha bag and tried to venture out and talk about something we don't typically talk about too much. Hopefully, if it's us two again next week, we'll try to bring it back.
Ace Combat episode.
Tune in now. Don't watch now if you don't want to listen to Ace Combat. But no, honestly, it's been fun just sitting down and talking about just mechs and anime. Cooper, he would always join in the conversation, but you have the extremists here, so we definitely wanted to bring you guys something a little different. Another episode down, brother. Another episode down. So, since we have come to the end of the episode, Austin, can you please let these kind folks know where we can get some of these mech model kits that we just talked about in these shows?
Yeah, if you guys want mech model kits like the ones that feature today, like Evangelion and the RG line for Bandai, any Mobile Suit Gundam model kit that you can think of, and even some Gurren Lagann kits thrown in there, you can go to vulcanhobby.com and use code Undergate10 to save 10% off your next order. Once again, that's vulcanhobby.com. Use our code Undergate10 to get 10% off your next order. CD, can you tell us where you might get some of your dope paints?
Yes, sir. I get some of those dope paints from SMS. Use code Chloe's Dad to get 10% off directly with SMS. Shop with them. They are an Australian-based company. I personally love their lacquer-based paints. They are ready to go and already pre-thinned. Pour in your gun, shoot, pray, shoot, go. Love those paints. Use code Chloe's Dad to get 10% off with them. Also, if you guys are heading into ODO in 2 weeks, Grips, the owner of Vulcan Hobby, will be up there. Stop by his booth, spend some money with him, so we can keep bringing you guys these amazing episodes. Awesome dude. You can also bring us back to Plamo next year. Shop with Grips, man. He's a really awesome dude. He does a lot for the community. If you guys haven't, please go pre-order the magazine, the Plamo Hobby magazine. It's going to be a quarterly issue. It's going to be featuring some stuff from the Plamo competition last year. I have already pre-ordered mine. Austin, have you got yours on the way?
I have not yet, but I am planning to.
Hey, there is a cap. These are going to be a limited release, so make sure you get them because you won't be able to get another one until the next quarter comes out. So make sure you shop at Vulcan Hobbies. And since Coop is not here, we still have to say it for him. Use Coop 10 directly with Gun Primer. They have the Grita Glazer balancer and everything else in between. They're a lovely company who has an amazing products as far as model kit stuff. So make sure you use Coop 10 directly with Gun Primer. Shop and save some money. All right, folks, you made it. Thank you for sitting down with us for 2 hours with the extremists. I know this isn't the usual trifecta that you guys are used to, but I appreciate you guys tuning in and hanging out with the two of us while we continue to bring you guys content every Wednesday. It's 122 episodes straight, man. Can't say it. 122 episodes every Wednesday we have brought the folks in the community because we love them. And Coop said it best, man. The show must go on. The show must go on. So we have to continue the show.
Yes, sir.
Show, man.
Yes, sir.
So until next time, I'm CD, Chloe's dad. That is GXT, Gunplex Tesseract. Also, maybe PXT in the future. We'll see. Also known as Austin. And
might be GXT/PXT 286/Gurren Lagann.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to compete with anybody having that for sure.
Right.
And then our brother Coop in spirits. Everyone, just keep
send
Coop
some
in
good
your prayers,
vibes
man.
his way. Yep.
Keep Coop in your prayers. He will be back with us shortly. But until then, be safe, have fun, build Gunpla, read books, and checking on your people, man. Be there for each other. Like we are here for you guys every Wednesday at 12 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern. What is it? Is it 198 hours, 162 hours? I can't tell.
Oh, Lord. Until next Wednesday, everybody.
Until next Wednesday. Peace.
Deuces.